everyone, Joan here, and I hope you're having a great week so far. So I'm on a budget. I started a budget last year, so it's been about a year now since I've been on a strict budget, and I want to share with y'all the benefits of budgeting as a minimalist. Now, money has always been an issue for me, especially in the last several years, and I really had to figure this out. I really had to figure out how to get more control over my money, and I read some books, I did a lot of research, and I put together an Excel document, and now I feel like I have a better grasp of my life in the financial sense. So the first benefit of budgeting as a minimalist is that it actually took away my scarcity mindset. And for the longest time, money was something I worried about. Like, I had the fear of not having enough money. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to pay my rent or my bills or not have enough money for food. And now that I've been on this budget, I just don't have that fear anymore. Like, I know I'm going to be provided for. I know that there's always going to be enough money to take care of the things that it needs to take care of. And as a minimalist, it really helped me become more grateful with what I have. And so that was such a huge change in my mindset and my emotions, that being on a budget let me relieve my scarcity mindset. The second benefit of budgeting as a minimalist is that it encouraged me to make major lifestyle changes. And what I mean is that it made me brave enough to move out of state. It made me minimize my lifestyle. So right now, I really don't have a lot of friends in the new state that I live in. I live in a smaller apartment with less storage, so I'm not bringing a lot of clutter over, and I'm not buying clutter because I have no place to put it. So it's changed my lifestyle. Not saying that this is something that you have to do, but if this is something within reason for you, within your means, and if you're trying to cut back on your expenses and cut back on your lifestyle, trying to minimize your life, moving does help. You can even just move to the next county or maybe the next city, wherever it is that you need to change your life and just minimize your life. Budgeting has made me brave enough to make these major changes. Now, the third benefit of budgeting as a minimalist is that I've learned to spend more intentionally. Because I know that my money is allocated so much in certain categories, especially my fixed expenses, I know that I can't just buy things. I no longer allow myself to splurge. I only buy what I need. And I actually take my time researching before I purchase something. I do all the research, compare prices, and sometimes when you research long enough, you realize you don't even need the thing. And so being on a budget, knowing how much money I have, has made me more intentional about everything that I purchase, as opposed to how I used to do it, where I was just like, oh, that seems nice, or that seems like a good idea, or that seems like a good deal, oh, let me get that just because. I've stopped the whole just because spending. And that is a huge benefit of budgeting as a minimalist. The fourth benefit of budgeting as a minimalist, and this is really huge for me, is that I learned to meal plan. My thing is, I love to cook. And I love to grocery shop. And sometimes I find myself getting caught up just buying things just because, oh, that sounds good. Ooh, I might need that. Ooh, I might try this recipe this week. But what ends up happening is that the food goes to waste. It sits in the back because some reason I get too busy or just don't have time to cook. And certain foods I actually have to throw away because it was just sitting in the back. And when I started budgeting, I really had to learn to meal plan. Like, every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, for the next several days, I only shop for that. And the biggest difference now that I notice is, like, there's no food that goes to waste. And this is so huge for me because I hate wasting food. I love to cook, I love to eat, and wasting food really breaks my heart. So budgeting really has helped me not waste food, and I'm also not cluttering my refrigerator and my pantry with things that I'm never gonna cook. And the last benefit of budgeting as a minimalist is that I've learned to take control of my life. For the longest time, I felt like money had a control over me, and that I just had no control over my spending and my emotions and my relationship to money. And I just felt out of control with my spending. Definitely a huge benefit emotionally. I mean, it kind of links back to the scarcity mindset, but now I have more control. I feel like I'm in control. I get to decide what I do with my money. And with that, I'm not buying clutter. I'm not buying unnecessary things. It kind of all ties in together that I'm more intentional and I'm more grateful about what I have and that I'm not bringing extra clutter into my life. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. I would love to hear in the comments below if you guys budget, how you guys budget, if it has changed your life in any way. I would love to hear about it. And if you guys are interested in me talking about how I budget, I'm happy to share. I'm actually thinking about doing a video about how I budget sometime in the future. Anyway, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.